All right, welcome to class. We are doing notes for 303, so please make sure you get those out. We're going to change it from addition, adding linear expressions, to subtracting linear expressions. All right, so it says find each difference. So the very first thing it shows you have to do is change it from subtraction to addition. So they write it like this and then they change it. So add the opposites, so instead of negative x, positive x. Instead of positive 6, negative 6. And then you combine. Now it says a common error is when subtracting an expression, make sure you add the opposite of each term in the expression, not just the first term. Otherwise, you won't get the correct answer. That one ended up being 6x. That was an example in your notes. But let's look at this one right here. Okay? So the very first thing I do, I like to take this minus sign and distribute it so that 8y becomes a negative 8y. And then the minus 6, if you take that, that becomes a positive 6. So I changed it the opposite of each one. So negative 8y, positive 6. Now, this is an addition problem. So now I just put the 7y underneath there, and I put the plus 5 over here. Negative 8y, positive 7y, that's a negative 1y, or just negative y. And a positive 6 and a positive 5 is a positive 11. So again, you add the opposite. So you got to do the opposite of each one inside there. All right, so let's try the next one. So we're going to add. And what is the opposite of negative m? It's positive m. What's the opposite of positive 12? That's negative 12. Then you stack them. So I bring this other m over and the minus 3, put it right there. M plus m, that's 2 m's. Negative 12, negative 3, negative 15. So you get a 2m minus 15. Okay. All right. So this next one, again, we're going to add the opposite. So instead of subtracting 3x plus 8, we're going to add a negative 3x. And instead of adding 8, it's going to be subtracting 8. So you got to change both of them inside there. Then stack the other x and the minus 2. So a negative 3x and a positive x, that's a negative 2x. Negative 8, negative 2, that's negative 10. And that's your answer. Turn your page. Let's try 2 more. So on this one, change that to addition, change the 11y to a negative 11y, and the minus 5 becomes a plus 5. So again, you got to change both of those. Then I stack them, negative 4y, positive 3, negative 11, negative 4, that's a negative 15. Hopefully you're good at your addition rules. And that's a positive 8. So again, negative 15y plus 8. Let's look at our next one. Again, plus negative 8x, positive 7. So negative 8x, positive 7. So I put a negative 8x under this one and a positive 4 over here. So I'm taking these and moving them and stacking them with common like factors. So two negatives, I add and keep the negatives. That's negative 16x. two positives, I add and keep the positive. That's 11. So we end up with a negative 16x plus 11. All right, one more. This time we have a decimal. That's okay. We can do it. So change both of these. So that's going to be a negative 6.3c and a negative 20. So we're adding the opposite. This one's a negative 2. See? Now I line my decimal up. 2 has a decimal right there. So you can put a 0 if you want. And then a positive 5. So over here, let's go. Since they're both negatives, you're going to add and keep the negatives. So negative 8.3c. And more negatives than positives. So here you're going to subtract. You're going to get a negative 15. So negative 8.3c minus 15. All right. Then there's a word problem. Skateboard kits cost D dollars, and you have a coupon for $2 off each one you buy. After assembly, you sell each skateboard for 2D minus $4. Find the profit, interpret the profit on each skateboard sold. So you have 2D minus 4 minus D minus 2. Okay. So if we add its opposite, combine like terms, you get D minus 2. So your profit on each skateboard is the number of dollars minus 2 that you pay. So basically you'll be doubling your money. All right, go ahead and get started on homework number 303. Big ideas are in your packet if you missed the deadline.